Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're cutting right through the bureaucratic red tape to bring you a direct, citizen-focused update on the most impactful decisions made by the Hunt County Commissioner's Court between May and August of 2026. I am absolutely thrilled to guide you through this because, let's face it, local government decisions shape our daily reality, and understanding them shouldn't require a law degree, right?
To make this as relevant to your daily life as possible, we've built a clear citizen impact matrix. We're going to be covering upgrading county roads, emergency services districts, addressing animal control, regulating data centers, and courthouse and admin updates.
Section 1. Upgrading county road infrastructure. Let's kick things off with something that affects literally almost everyone in Hunt County, our local commutes.
Now, if you've been wondering how road maintenance is being handled lately, you should know the Commissioner's Court made a massive structural shift this summer. It's a total departure from how things have been done in the past, and it's going to directly impact how fast your local roads get attention.
Here is the core of that shift. Get this. On July 14th, the court voted to dissolve the Central Hunt County Road Crew entirely. Boom, gone. Instead, they took the existing personnel and transferred them over to open requisitions in Precincts 1 and 3. They also took all that heavy equipment, the dump trucks, the excavators, the pickup trucks, the whole shebang, and pushed it directly out to the individual precincts. The goal here is hyper-localized precinct-level control over road maintenance.
And they are already making highly specific, localized moves. For instance, they just greenlight upgrades for County Road 1052. They're also tackling the headache of heavy construction traffic spilling over from Kaufman County by throwing up no-through truck signage on County Road 3703. Plus, they're playing nice with the neighbors. The county signed interlocal agreements with the city of Greenville and the town of Poetry to share the burden of repairing roads that cross jurisdictional lines, like CR 4103 and 2434.
Section 2. Funding emergency services districts. Moving from the safety of our roads to the safety of our neighborhoods, this was arguably one of the most time-consuming items on the court's docket this summer. The county has been intensely focused on proposed emergency services districts, or ESDs. If you aren't familiar with the term, an ESD is essentially a voter-approved local district created under Texas Health and Safety Code Chapter 775. Its entire purpose is to provide dedicated, localized funding for crucial services like fire and rescue. Over the past few months, the court has been methodically guiding petitions for both ESD No. 1 and ESD No. 2 through a very strict statutory process. You know the drill: acknowledging the citizen petitions, holding public hearings to let residents speak up, officially confirming that the districts are feasible, and finally ordering an election. And that's the kicker. The final decision is literally in your hands. The Commissioner's Court doesn't just create these districts by decree, they have officially ordered confirmation elections, meaning residents are going to head to the polls to decide if ESD No. 1 and ESD No. 2 get created and whether to authorize a supporting ad valorem tax to actually fund them. Your vote is going to directly impact emergency services in your backyard. Section 3. Addressing local animal control. Let's talk about some more neighborhood safety initiatives. All summer long, June, July, August, Environmental Health Director Ronnie Knowles was in front of the court. A massive focus of these recurring presentations, the alarming issue of dog bites in Hunt County. It really reflects a steady administrative push to figure out exactly how these public safety incidents are handled and how stray animals are being housed. But they aren't just operating in a silo here. The county is actively reviewing its outside kennel contracts, and they even hosted a dedicated presentation from the city of Greenville back in July. They are actively exploring how municipal and county services might team up to tackle these animal control challenges together. You know, sharing resources instead of reinventing the wheel. Section 4. Regulating high-impact data centers. From current community safety to managing our economic future. This is a huge one. As tech grows, Hunt County is preparing. The Commissioner's Court is putting its foot down and leaning hard on the state legislature. They unanimously adopted resolutions urging the state to pass the Large Load Community Disclosure Act. Basically, they want data center developers to disclose their peak electrical demand and water use up front. They also supported the County Notice and Participation in State Proceedings Act, demanding that counties get a literal seat at the table when state agencies are handing out grid interconnections. They want the state to know loud and clear: Hunt County is not just going to be a passive host to heavy infrastructure.
And to protect local taxpayers right here and now, the court is pushing for rules that force these developers to enter into strict road use agreements before a single server rack is moved in. These companies would have to provide pre- and post-construction surveys of the roads and offer financial assurance. So if they tear up a county road during construction, they pay to fix it out of their own pockets, no passing the buck to the taxpayer.
Finally, let's wrap things up with Section 5, Courthouse and Admin Updates. These are the key operational updates happening inside the county government.
Some pretty big changes are coming to the physical layout of local government. Judge Stovall and Commissioner Monroe just got tapped to lead a brand new committee specifically tasked with overseeing the relocation of Hunt County courthouse departments.
Operationally, we've got some rapid-fire updates that benefit you directly. The tax office, they upgraded their payment processing system to government Windows to make your transactions a whole lot smoother. The sheriff's office renewed school resource officer agreements to keep kids safe at Campbell and Wolfe City ISDs. The court also approved a really touching new soil memorial to be placed at the courthouse. Oh, and to make sure everyone is paying their fair share, they contracted with Purdue Brandon to handle delinquent ad valorem tax collections.
So think about it. The county's road maintenance strategy is totally shifting. Massive data centers are being held to the fire, and emergency services are on the verge of totally new funding models. Your local government is evolving fast, but they've left the absolute biggest decisions up to you. So the question I want to leave you with today is this. With ESDs on the ballot and major infrastructure shifts happening as we speak, how will you step up and participate in these upcoming elections? The future of Hunt County is on the ballot. Thanks for tuning in to this explainer. Stay curious and definitely stay involved.